This conference will now be recorded.
Storage account. If I am talking about the storage accounts, I'm already explained you the what is the storage account and what is the blob storage and container storage. But today I'm explaining you the replication. Replication. It's there the two types of replication. One is object replications and second is geo replication.
Okay.
So geo replication is a look like a failover. Geo replication is look like a failover.
Okay.
Like if you are any storage and any power supply or any connectivity goes down due to the specific reason, then when you enable the geo replication, it's automatically forward your is redirect your traffic to the another location.
Okay.
And the object oriented is look like within a container. You enable the replication within a storage. There is a no any failover. It just is the one storage is goes down, so you can access the data. Your data is copied to the another storage as well as. So
Okay.
now there's a simply I'm just create a two storage account. So this is my storage account and this is another storage account is available. And one more important thing, in a between storage account, you also enable either object oriented or either geo. You don't enable both in the same time.
Okay.
So like this is my storage one and this is my storage 2 account. And between storages, I'm create a container because I'm enable the always the object replication is enabled between container to container. So now I'm create a here the container one or also I'm create a container 2. So this is my container one and this is my container 2. And now the between these we have enabled the replication. Enable the replication.
Okay.
Which one? I'm enable the object replication. In that scenario, this is my look like a source container and this is my destination container.
Okay.
So now the how to enable the object and geo replications between storage accounts. So I'm just login with portal and then go to resource group and create a one resource group. So some default resource groups are available. Now I'm delete these all resource group. First of all, I'm delete these all groups. Then create a new one. So there's some resource group is create automatically when you deploy and any resource in a particular specific region. Now I'm create a new resource group like a create and give the resource group with the name is my resources.
Okay.
And select a subscription, select a resource group is my resources -sg. And I'm create a East US. After that, I'm just create a two storage account as per my diagram. I'm just create a one resource group, or inside this resource group, I'm create a two storage accounts. Got it the point? Now I'm
Yes.
just go to the home and then go to the storage account. I'm already explain you again. Just click on a create. Select the subscription. After that, select the resource group. So the my resource group SG is automatically the give the name is like a STORAGE storage one is storage ICCP1. And now East US I'm create a standard and geo redundant. So geo redundant का मतलब है it's create a multi copy for like a two different reasons. And now next networking for the all public network is either LAN network or either WAN network is accessible to anywhere. And now just review and create. Same as I'm create another resource group, one more resource group.
Okay.
And each and every resource group I'm create a container. And after container, I'm enable the replication. So now I'm create another resource group, sorry, storage account, and then click on create. And now create a STORAGE storage ICCP2. This is my another resource group account name, and now click on a next, then next and review and create. So now currently I'm create a two resource account. After that, I'm create each and every resource group. So now the first point, I'm create a storage account. I'm create a two storage account. This one and this one. Now I'm create a two containers in one and two. The each and every storage I'm create a one container. Now how to create a container? I'm just go to the resource group. Sorry, storage account. And now the click inside the storage account the container and click on container, and I'm give the container name is con container one. All right, this is the name, and I click on create. I'm give the private access to this container. I'm not give the public access. If I'm just give the public access, that means you can just publish the content to the anywhere. And as well as I'm just create another container in another storage account. This is my another storage account is available. Inside this storage account, I'm create one more container.
Okay.
Containers 2 and now create. After that, I'm just go back to the storage account 1 because I'm enable the application storage 1 to storage 2. You can see that there are the two types of applications is available. One is geo applications. So now when you click on the geo application, you can see the why the geo application is used. Is it simply Azure storage application copies your data so that it's protected from transit, hardware failure, network or power outages, and natural disaster. If you an outage rendered the primary endpoint unavailable, then you can initialize the failover to the secondary endpoint. So now I'm just when I'm create a storage, so I'm select the geo redundant. So there you can see there the secondary is automatically in a West US. Got it? But if I'm
Okay.
just enable the replication, then your request, if you're the first primary goes down, then your request forward to the another.
Okay.
Now the another one is object replication. So if I'm talking the when the object replication is enable the blub and copy to the asynchronously from a source storage account to a destination account. The cross-tenant policies will appear under other account along with the policies of the account not is an active subscriber or the delete account. The storage account may be in a different Azure region. So choice is yours. You can create your storage account and within a region, or either you can create a storage account in a different region. The choice is yours.
Okay.
So now how to enable replications. So I'm just click on a create a replication. I'm just enable the object replications and select the subscription and select the storage account. So this is a destination storage account because I'm already available in storage one. So that means this is my source.
So,
So I'm just click storage 2. So storage 2 is my destination. Now you can select the container. Maybe there are the n number of containers are available in within a storage. Now I'm select the my source container is container 1 and the destination container is a container 2. And now create. So my applications are enabled between these containers. Now if I'm upload the any data in a storage, you can see that it's automatically replicate one storage to the another storage account.
okay.
So now in the last class, I'm just skip this point. I'm not covering the replication part if you remember.
Yeah.
Now I'm just click on a container and I'm upload the data in a container 1 and click and then click on upload. And now I'm just delete and now I'm select these data and upload. I'm upload these 3 files.
Okay.
Then I'm check to another storage account. So now this is a container 1 and storage 1, container 1. I'm go to the storage account and then go to the another storage account. So it's replicated if my the application is working properly. So I'm just click on a container and click on container 2. So there's a no any content is found. Just wait for 1 or 2 minutes. It's come automatically.
Okay.
So just wait. I'm just start the another topic. Then we will check within after 2 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Now the another part is our database. So I think so. You know you are a developer. I think so. You know
Yeah, I
the
mainly
use of
work with
yeah
yes. See,
yeah.
yes.
So this is like a SQL server or SQL server. Now I'm create a one SQL server in our storage account. So there the two things is available always. There the one is database. So suppose karo this is your database and this is your SQL server. There are the two things, both are the difference. So first you create a SQL server and second you create database. So when you create a database, your database always attach with your SQL server. So they're the two different things. The SQL database is different and SQL server is different. So you can create a SQL server and after that you can create a SQL database, or when you create a SQL database you can you can attach the database for the which specific server. So maybe there the n number of servers are available. So you can attach your server with a particular specific database. Now this is your systems and this is my systems. I'm available in India and now you are available in the US and we all are connected through our internet. And now I'm access the cloud database, like this is my entire cloud. When we access this cloud database, so now my request, first of all, we have create a firewall rule also. Like by default, there's a no any communication allowed in a SQL. Got in my point? So
Got it.
when you access the SQL server, you can allow the rule. Okay, the specific location or specific network or specific IP can access my database only. So the by default, there's a no any access in a SQL database. Got it the point? So
Got it.
now first I'm create a SQL server. Second, I'm create a SQL database. Also, I'm attached database with SQL server. Then we have access the database.
Okay.
And between this, I'm create a firewall rules. So now I'm just go to first time check the storage account that it's replicated or not. So as per the me, it's replicated 100% now. So I'm just click on containers and then click on container 2 and you can see the data is available. Got it?
Got it. Yes.
And I'm just click on review overview and then click, and first of all I'm delete these storage accounts. So I'm just click on delete. Now I'm create a SQL server, so you can search on SQL server. So I'm just click on a SQL server and create SQL server. So I'm just click pay as you go and select the source group. This the server name is like ICCP SQL. So this is my server name. I'm create in East US location. This is your authentication. You use like Active Directory authentication, yeah, both SQL and Azure authentication. Now I'm through the SQL authentications and create a one ID, username and password. I'm create a username and put the password is uh, yeah, wait. So I'm just put the password. So the password is India at 12345. So you remember the password. Now the next. So if the firewall rule is enable or no, I'm not enable right now because I'm create a
Okay.
custom rules as per my requirement. Okay,
Okay.
if I'm just enable, that means it's allow and just review and create. So my username is ICCP and the password is India at 12345. You remember, I is capital, India at 12345.
Okay.
After that, I'm create a SQL database. So now I'm just click on here and then click on SQL database. When you create a SQL database, you require a SQL server or connectivity also. Like this database is connect for the specific server. Like the database is look like your hard drive, or you can access the hard drive when you attach the hardware for the specific system. They're the same concept. When you
Got it.
create the database is must be connected to a SQL server. So if there's a no SQL server is available, you can create a new. But I'm already create my SQL server. So now I'm just select here and then select the source group, and now the database name is ICCPDB. And now the select the server. So I'm already create a server. So I think so it's running on. It's not created now. It's in under process. So just wait. If it's created, then we have to start the session. And you can access the SQL server. You will use the SQL Management Studio. SS SQL Management Studio. So I'm use the SSMS Microsoft SQL Management Studio. With the help of this studio, I'm access the my database. So you use SSMS. So just a minute, the server is done. Then we have to deploy the database. First it's prepared, then we'll click that. Yeah, now the SQL server is available. Now I'm just create a database. And click on a create. And select the pay-as-you-go account resource group, and the database name is ICCP, and you can see that's automatically fetched the MySQL server. Got at the point? Now the same is our storage. You can manage which one and what is the terms and condition when you create. You required for the how many how many GBs of storages. So these are the plans are available. You need 2 core CPUs, and you required a space. But I'm using for testing purpose, so now I'm using the basic tier. When we are using the basic tier, there is approximately we have received the cost in 359 rupees on a month. So this
Okay.
is the basic tier. So these are the limit is I'm just less than. So this is a 1 GB or need for like a 0.5 GB, and either the maximum is a 1 GB. So I'm just using the 1 GB, the data maximum size of 1 GB. So this is a data transmissions, and now just click on apply. So I'm using the basic tier. Also, you enable the backup redundancy. You also
Okay.
enable the backup redundancy. You require like a storage account backup. So you also use the like a local redundancy within a region, yeah, within a other zones, or either you can just in other region also. Now the next is the networking part. So I'm already explaining you. Okay, there's a what happened. So I'm just clear a local redundancy. What happened? My connection is lost. Oh. So now there's the next option is available, the networking, and the same option, the add a client IP address. I'm not adding any client IP address. Got it? I'm not
Got it.
any client add any client IP address or anything else. I'm not add anything. So I'm just add later. And now review and create. when it's done, then we provide the connectivity, the how to access the database. So Vasil, you use
Okay.
for any SQL Server software, SQL Management Studio you are using?
Just the Microsoft. That's all I'm familiar with.
No, no issue. You have here the Microsoft, you also access the database. I'm just share
Yes.
the credential. Wait,
Yeah, I don't have it installed on my personal computer.
no problem. So you don't try for the official. Okay. So
Yeah,
you
I know.
can.
Nice. Yep.
So now it's my deployment is done. After that, how to connect? So now you can just use the SQL Management Studio. And now the server name, it's asked me the server name. You know that I'm create one server. So I'm
Yes.
just click on home and I'm just go to the, either you can go to the database or either you can go to the SQL server. So you can just go to the anywhere. If you can access the SQL server, so you can just click on SQL server and then create a new database. Or either you can go to the SQL database. So first it's created, then we have connect the other things. So just a minute, is when it's deployed, then we have just start the connectivity of. So now my database is ready to use. I'm just refresh. You can see that my database is available. I'm just click on this database. And now how
Okay.
to access the database? This is a server name. I'm just copy this server name and come to my this location and I put the server name. Now the
Okay.
username, I'm just may put the username is ICCP. And now the password, if you remember that my password is India at 12345. But it give me the error. It's not connected. It give me the error. Why it give me the error? If you remember, I'm not allowed any public access. So your client
Okay.
IP address does not have access to the server. Got it my point? So now
Got
I'm
it.
create a firewall rules. If you can see the my public IP, I'm just go and search is my IP. So I'm allowed my public IP with my Azure firewall, and this IP is my IP. I'm just check my IP. So this is the 105. This is my IP. I'm just go to the here and then set server firewalls. And here you can allow the IP. So you can see the client IP is this one. This is my IP.
Okay.
I'm just copy this IP and create start IP or either end IP and like my IP. And now after that, if you use any network, so you also you create if any virtual network is available in a cloud, there's no any cloud network is available. So you can create a VNet or either you can exit the existing VNet, like you create a one VNet or like a subnet one for our database team. So like you can add the subnet one. So this specific network is specific database allowed for the specific IP. Got it to the point?
Got
So you
it.
can allow the IP. So यहाँ पे you can just add the IP address for the specific system. So now the ma'am access the server, this database server in my physical laptop. So now I'm just allow the my public IP and then click on save. Now it's successfully saved. Then now I'm just click again and now click connect. Now it's accessible at this time. Done.
Understood.
and you can see that my database is connected, and inside the automatically the database is available. Now we have just click on database. You can see the ICCP database is available.
Yes.
Now you can create a new one. You also create a new database for this location. Now I'm just create a new database. Right click, and you know the if you are working in the database, so you know the very well for this option. You can create any tables and rows and database, anything else. So now I'm
Yes.
just create a database in a Azure cloud, and now the connect my database with my own system, and developer just start the working process. So just a minute, my system is little bit slow today. Now I'm just create a database like a US-DB, and now click OK. So you can see I'm create this database in for this portal in my system. Yes or no?
Yeah, most likely, yes.
Create data for this Azure portal. Basil, I'm audible.
Yes,
So
you're
this is
audible,
my
sir.
system console or my Azure portal console.
This is your system
This is my,
console.
yeah. So this is my local system console.
Yes.
I'm create a database for my system console. You know this database create in my Azure portal. So
Yes.
when you create any database, it's create in a Azure portal. So you can get the executing request is process and progress. When it's done, you can check for Azure database option. You can see the new database is created.
Okay.
So you create a n number of database for this location. Now your connectivity is done, and you can create and you can just upload and you can just migrate any data or any file and any tracing. The another part is one more things, like if I'm just click on OK and I'm just go to the SQL database. So currently this database is available, and
Hmm.
this is my SQL database. So like this is your quick start or query editor. You can write the execute the command from this location. Also you are login with this. ICCP is my username and the password is I. And now click OK. So you can query editor is open and you can write the command from this location like create data base hello india India, and now run the query. So you can write the direct command from this portal. So there's a query editor option is available, and
Okay.
either you can execute your command for this system. You can see the US database is available right now, and you can see this database is created in my database portal, and you can see the US database is available.
Understood.
Now I'm just delete this one. Either you can delete for other location.
Okay.
So clear how to create a database and how to access database and how to
Yes,
provide the connectivity of database connectivity between on-premise systems to the cloud Azure database, and now the applications between things. So now I'm delete this database. You can check if I'm just refresh. So the little bit slow my system. So I think so. Enough for today, Vasil.
Yes, today it's
Yeah.
enough, sir.
Thank you. And tomorrow